lot of the stigma in college football is that, you know, our players don't have a personality, or it's like football is their whole life. So I kind of wanted to give a closer look of who's under the helmet. You have to take into account that football is not their whole lives. It's a big part of it, yes, but at the end of the day, these guys come here to get degrees, and they come here to do better in life.
From the edge of their seats at Doak Campbell Stadium, fans get to cheer on a devoted, impassioned, and vivacious football team.
You know, we're student athletes, and we're labeled, and football players, basketball players, baseball players, soccer players, you know, everybody. All student athletes are pretty much labeled, and a lot of people think it's just, you know, a jersey number and a position, and they don't think about the person behind it.
Everybody just thinks you're a football player, you know, you get by with stuff all the time, and that's not the case. We're doing the same schoolwork everybody else is doing, and we all have stories of our own.
Although the players are more than their positions or jersey numbers, the gap between the student and athlete too often remains wide.
They go and they tailgate for a couple hours, and they go to the stadium, and then they'll cheer or not cheer, or, you know, be there and watch the game and root our team on, and they don't really know who they're rooting for. They don't know what type of people we actually are. A lot of people just have kind of preconceived notions that are oftentimes, the majority of the time, false.
But recently, that gap has started to close, thanks to the Faces of FSU Football hashtag.
I think it's improved the social media tremendously, especially from a humanizing standpoint. I think a lot of what social media is smoke and mirrors. A lot of things on social media can be perceived as one thing, and it may not be the truth. But this was an opportunity for the guys to actually tell their truths, tell their stories, be as vulnerable as they possibly can with their audience. What I try to do on social media is just showcase them for who they are. A lot of times I could care less about what's going on the field, because there's the Tallahassee media, there's the national media, they're going to cover all that football stuff, but it's like, how can I be a voice to someone, or kind of a group of things that don't really have such a voice?
I think what Kelsey's done with the Faces post has really opened up people's eyes to who we actually are, and the people behind the jersey, behind the helmet, and kind of giving them a glimpse into our real lives.
With newfound voices, student athletes are embracing the opportunity to share more about their personal lives.
Personally, I deal with some anxiety, and that kind of stems from the pressures and the stress and the strenuous scheduling, and you know, just kind of going 100 miles an hour all the time. So it's just kind of something I've had to deal with, and accept that it's going to be a part of life.
When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with cancer. It was leukemia, and it's ALL, and it's your blood cells. So that was about 3 years. I was chemotherapy on and off. I had to shave my head, just all that, and then just really, I've been in remission for however long now.
The background and experiences that have shaped these players into the young men and athletes they are today may also help others who are facing adversity in their own lives.
On my post, I had a mom say that her daughter struggles with anxiety and depression, and that she was going to share it with her and hope that she sees something in it that can help her. And so I think that that's pretty cool.
Honestly, I think in a sense of the players themselves, it's helped them be more vulnerable to their teammates. And, you know, I've had some of the guys come back to me and say, dude, I didn't even know this about so-and-so, and I read it, and, you know, I had to walk up to him and say, like, I respect you so much. So just the fact that the players are learning more about their teammates that they didn't even know, just from social media, I think is tremendous on, you know, their growth.
Tackling their struggles and overcoming adversity has allowed these student athletes to come out the other side, making themselves and their love for the game even stronger. I'm Adele Oliver for Seminole Sports Magazine.